Good morning, folks. Today we've got explanations of a satellite anomaly, a mid-range deep quake, a volcano eruption, some top news stories, and our world of weather as well at the end. But as always, let's begin over at spaceweathernews.com. We're finding the last 24 hours on our star. Sunspot did manage to get out one small flare yesterday, but without any CME, and this morning the sunspots have all but disappeared. Without further development, their flaring is done. So let's go to the solar wind here. The stream is still intensified from normal, but has stabilized at that slightly intensified level and failed to go higher, leaving Earth's magnetic field doing just fine. The Earth-facing coronal holes are somewhat sparse near the equator, and over on the left you can see that accounted for by the incoming group positioned trans-equatorially. More streams on the way. Perhaps you have noticed the streaks outside of the primary images here on SDO the last few days. Well, you'll recall they are doing their roll testing, and right now the spacecraft is not at normal attitude. This leaves the square detector open to side hits and other pollution onto the sides of the detector that gets put into the images as detected particles at those wavelengths, although erroneously. The parallel nature of the line should give that away. This does indeed happen every time they roll the craft. It's just that they usually don't keep it rolled, so this anomaly is short-lived. Coming next to the top quake of the last day, 6.1 at Blot Echo depth south of Fiji, luckily too deep to be felt. And we've got Turrialba awakening in Costa Rica. It released a few eruptions over the last day, but only minor pressure releases. This is one of the big worry volcanoes going into the future. From scary to aesthetic beauty, this is a phytoplankton bloom in the Gulf of Aden. These displays are much more common at their solstice periods rather than near the equinox, but the dust and sand that came off Africa last week indeed dumped a plethora of micro-life nutrition into the small sea. Up next, we come to a rare type of dark matter hypothesized, the Higgsino. It is easy to forget that there isn't just one dark matter candidate in the world of mainstream cosmology. None of them have been found. Some are already on their way out, and they'll be joining the Higgsino particle in their departure as the unfavored particle in mainstream physics has just about been ruled out with new observations. Another one bites the dust. Website members at suspiciousobservers.org, your April planetary geometry is posted to the Deeper Look section. It is one of the most alignment-heavy months in more than a year, and the fun begins today. We've got wind maps and shots of our star to close, and we'll do this all again tomorrow, right here. But right now, it's 4:45 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.